The Aviation Minister says the aviation sector was in total collapse when she assumed duty as Minister, and she has repositioned the sector to meet global standards. Mrs. Stella Odua's comments came as she fielded questions from the Senate Committee on Aviation yesterday.
Well, the minister was invited by the committee to explain the possible causes of the incessant air accidents in the aviation sector in recent times. Apart from the minister, top officials of the Ministry of Aviation were also questioned by the Senate panel.
Assemble vehicles.
After several adjournments, the Minister of Aviation, Mrs. Stella Odua, appears before the Senate Committee on Aviation. This investigative hearing was called by the Senate after the Associated Airline plane crash to unravel the cause of the several air crashes and air-related incidences in the past few years. It is also to examine the state of the country's aviation sector. The minister, while detailing the state of the sector, spoke of the challenges she inherited when she became minister. But the Senate leader wanted more answers.
The most horrifying things we found were, number one, the safety and the security critical equipment and its installations were mostly in obsolete condition. Most of them were unserviceable, and in some cases were unavailable. Also, we met completely decayed infrastructure at all the airports, and the dilapidated nature was just horrible.
We want to know when was the aircraft purchased. We want to know when was the last C-check done. We want to know who authorized aircrafts to fly.
Lawmakers then directed questions to officials of the different aviation parastatals.
By NCAA rules and regulations.
How old is supposed to be?
How old? What is the maximum age of a pilot? Because me,
allowable age.
yes, because me, if I know a pilot is 64 years old, I will abort my flight.
The pilot in command was 64. It is also true that by law, pilots are allowed to fly to the age of 65.
I think there is some history to whoever it was that certified that aircraft. I want you to, answer to that question.
As to who actually released the aircraft, yes, the person is alive. As we said, it's a shared responsibility. We have been interviewing all the people that came in contact with that particular flight, whether directly or even indirectly. Not only the engineer, all the service providers, the regulatory agency, and so on, and it will come out in the final report.
The investigation is expected to continue at a later date, but what many Nigerians are concerned about is how far-reaching the recommendations from the investigations would be to make the aviation sector safer. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.